Hello everybody, it's Brennan. Thank you for being back here with me. It's been quite a while since my last video. It was a cover video and I'm back a year later. I'm in a new house, still working on putting my studio together. I had another company that manufactures wireless microphones hit me up sometime I think late in 2021 or earlier this year. A company by the name of Arvomic was nice enough to send me a microphone set, a double wireless microphone set. And this is the ARWM-300 wireless professional microphone. And I must say, without even unwrapping the package, it looks remarkably like the other 2-pack wireless microphone sets that I have. Just hard telling if that is a metal body or a plastic body. Regardless, thank you very much, Arvomic, for sending me these microphones. I'm excited to see what I got here. So let's open it up. And I think like one or two of the other ones that I've gotten before, this also has a handle, which is nice. Makes for semi-easy traveling. You know what, now that I think about it, let's do this on the ground. All right, good view of the microphone set here, so let's open it up. All right, got an instruction manual here. So I am assuming that this is the receiver. Yes, it is. Plastic body, rubber felts on the bottom, ooh, foam felts on the bottom. Very, very lightweight receiver here. 2 male XLR jacks, one for each microphone output, and then you got a 1/4-inch female out jack for both of the microphones combined, and your 2 antennas. Your power cable, typical 1/4-inch cable, and it's got an adapter that turns 1/4-inch into, I guess, your auxiliary type headphone jack. 2 sets of AA batteries for each of the microphones. And then your microphones themselves. Plastic bodies. Plastic bodies mean that the product itself is going to be lightweight, which it is. Nothing fancy on the microphone itself. Typical microphone coil that you would find in a karaoke mic or something of that sort. With the box out of the way, let's put the AA batteries that came with the microphones into the microphones themselves, power them up. Alright, so the microphones have 2 buttons on them. You got your power button, then set. So we will hold the power button, or push them, I guess. You essentially just cycle through the channel list and just choose whatever works for you the best. I am going to go out on a limb and say that this signal bar on the top right-hand corner of the microphones, that actually doesn't take into account, you know, the actual signal between the receiver and the microphones themselves, because the receiver isn't even hooked up yet. It doesn't have power, so that's just constantly making the user think that you have 100% good signal all the time, which is not the case. And as far as the battery icons and the battery bars, if they actually are reading the levels of the battery and can prompt the user on whether they're about to die or not, I don't know that either, but I guess time will tell. Alright, so let's take the camera over to the table and let's hook up the receiver to actually see what that looks like. Alright, after adjusting my microphone and camera for the 2nd or 3rd time now, I have the receiver on the table here. Take my handy dandy barrel jack DC power supply and hook it up. This thing is extremely lightweight. And I'm going to hit this button. So you got your volume buttons here. You got mute showing on both sides of the screen there. I don't know if those just stay like that until you turn the microphones on or not. Now you got orange and blue here, so I don't know which one is A and which one is B, so I'm going to turn on the blue one. Okay, and it seems like that it matches the frequency once you turn on the microphone. Test, test, test. All right, picks it up. So if I hit set, is it going to change it on the receiver? Yes, it does. Cool. All right, so the orange one must be B. It changes it to the receiver. We'll set its channel to whatever the microphone is set. Well, I'm gonna set both channels way far apart so that way we don't have interference of any kind. Test, test, test left, test right. All right, they work.
Test, test. All right, this is the first test. I can barely hear anything, so I gotta crank this stuff up a little bit. First impressions, This microphone, well, these microphones work just fine. I have nothing bad to say to them so far. They're clipping when I get my mouth really close, but I really think that's just because on my interface I have the gain turned up pretty high. And I have that high just so that way I can hear myself in my ears, because at the volume that they were at, I could barely hear anything. Having them both near each other, no visible signs of radio interference at all. But then again, I do have the frequency set pretty far apart from each other, but I have a good way of testing these kind of products from here on out. And I just thought about this. Being that a majority of the products that I get sent are wireless products, I can test interference issues by turning on the other wireless gear that I have and seeing if I hear any audible issues. So as you can see right here, that's my foot. I'm talking in real time with the camera here. So there is a lot of wireless activity going on here. I got the receiver of a 4-pack of a microphone going on there, and then I have a little 2-pack. That's the 2 modules with the blue lights. That goes to a microphone. That's a wireless pack. This black box with the blue tape on it, that is my receiver. I'm sorry, that's the transmitter for my in-ear monitors. And then this box right here with the little orange light with the red knob, that is another transmitter for an in-ear pack. Then I got the in-ear packs for themselves. This one goes to that one goes to that one. Those are on. And then the 2 modules right here, that goes to a wireless guitar pack or some wireless audio transmitting pack, but it's advertised as a wireless guitar pack. And then this is kind of like a wireless headset microphone. That's the receiver, and then that's the microphone that transmits. And then I have these other 2 wireless microphone packs, well, the receivers, but you don't see it, but off camera, my surge protector here doesn't have enough spots for it. But for what it's worth, I am listening closely, and I don't hear any interference going on at all. And I'm talking into my other microphone now, this microphone, which is microphone B, when I powered on, it actually took significantly longer to actually pair up channels. It took about a good 6 or 7 seconds as opposed to this microphone, which only took a couple seconds when I powered on the receiver. But then again, even though these modules are all on, I don't hear anything. But then again, the transmitters on all of these other packs here are not actually hooked up to any audio sources. But regardless, with everything on, there's got to be some radio activity going on. But for this little test that I just thought of, everything passes just fine. So now comes one of the most important ones that I always include in these kind of tests, and that's the range test. Alrighty, I have the microphone, I have my pack on, my wireless pack, and I'm ready to start walking away from my house and test the range on this thing. On the other side of this here door is my studio. You can probably hear it's picking up some remnants here. Kind of getting a little fuzzy as I get further and further away. Like get 60 feet away, I would say. Getting more and more away. At least 100 feet away. Still talking. Looking at a tree. Walking out. It's starting to cut out pretty damn bad. Oop. Alright. It just cut out, and I would say I'm a good 200 feet away. Ultimately, I would say that it lasts a good 80 to 100 feet before it really starts to hiss and cut out slowly but surely. But around the 150 to 200 feet mark, I would say, and this is a rough guesstimate by my eyes, but I would say that's when it really cut out for a good second or 2 straight to where I couldn't hear anything, not even hiss. It was just dead silence. If you're in line of sight, safely, I would say 50 to 75 feet. But if you're in a band that isn't playing coliseums and you're just playing clubs, small venues, to where the room that you have to work with on a stage is roughly 30 40 feet if you're lucky, then this microphone should be no issue for you at all. And not to mention if you use 2 microphones, or if you use a couple of different brands together, this typically will not have any sort of radio interference issues. And this is just my guesstimate because I just did a test with a whole bunch of wireless gear. It's very lightweight, but it still counted as something. But yeah, ultimately, I think this is a good microphone for what it's worth. And if you would like to get this Arvomic microphone, then the link is in the description of this video, if you want to get it. And it's a very good microphone, very lightweight, cheap, and ultimately great quality microphone for the price that it's sold for. So anyway, that's it. I appreciate it all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next video.